Hey, Mag again on with another disturbing truth. Now we go talk about the supposed migrant caravan. This is a new one. They're showing you right here that heading to Mexico, yes, and coming to the American border right there. We're gonna talk about it, people, because this is unbelievable that a lot of people sleep on this agenda. They might see it and be like, oh, it's the regular thing always going on. But no, people, this is a big agenda to show you it's the end of Babylon. The destruction gonna happen. And with all these people supposed to be heading to America, what you think gonna happen? Remember, you have the most homeless people in the world right here in America, and more piling on as you could see them in the gears and everything, and 100% fake shit they give you for the damn agenda right here to show you that Babylon is done. That's why they are about all of these shits right here are entertaining it. We're gonna get into it and break it down and show you some things that they have on the table coming up. Make it run.
A new migrant caravan of up to 7,000 people.
Yes, about 7,000. I guess they count them, but 7,000 people right here. And I remember doing a video on this, maybe about 2017 or so, with all this migrant caravan walking all the way to Mexico, and it take them years. So this is a new one right here, heading to Mexico or heading to America right here. And they're not afraid to tell you where they're heading. So pay attention. When you ever seen this happen beside these times? Like I mentioned, 2017 and now. So there you go, people, building up to this shit right here. It's all a plan. So pay attention. All these people heading to America. What gonna happen in America when these shit basically touch down here? What gonna happen? Pay attention here.
Passing through Mexico, heading straight for the U.S. southern border.
Passing through Mexico. And pay attention, people. They're telling you why they're coming to America. They tell you that right there. So pay attention, people, because if you can invade the border for, say, everybody, basically, it's everybody. They show you that Chinese is there, Chinese trying to come to. They're going to have supposedly people from the Middle East. They just have the supposed eruption with Hamas and supposedly Israelites. So you're going to have Palestinians right there. You're going to have Israelites, everybody going to pile up right there at the American-Mexico border to come in. And they're not hiding it, people. They tell you straight that's where they're going, and they expect them to let them in. Pay attention.
This migrant saying many have no money for food or transport, so they have to get to the U.S. border this way by walking.
Listen, people, they have to walk because they don't have no money for food or nothing. Pay attention to this right here, people. And even have a bullhorn? What is this, people? And he got on the Adidas hat with the pyramid. Also, that person with the bullhorn right there. But what is they doing right here, people? Oh my goodness. So he used a bullhorn to basically have these people following him, talking to them, communicate while they're walking. This is bullshit right here for the masses. No doubt it when I tell you. What is this they record and show it to you? Let's see.
So they have to get to the U.S. border this way by walking. But as that massive caravan makes its way north, major American cities are struggling to house the ones who've already arrived and are seeking asylum in the U.S.
You see that, people? They already have problems with the peoples who are already here. Plus the Americans is homeless. A lot of them is. So tell me, people, where these people gonna go? Pay attention. I'm gonna show you the destruction right here.
Having to create new space because we don't have any other space we can access in New York City. This week, New York City opening a new tent city on Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn, which could house about
10 city, people. Tent. You hear that? So tell me, people, you leaving your home from wherever you leave from. Was you living in a tent? It's unbelievable dumb shit. Why everybody running from where they live, people? I told you it is an agenda, worldwide destruction the government have in place. So everybody, they find a way to misplace them, have them running to supposedly higher grounds, but you don't get it. The place that you're running is actually Babylon. They're gonna be destroyed first. Listen.
500 families. These sprawling facilities facility
Look at this.
features individual rooms outfitted with cots and bassinets and provides
Look at
electrical
this,
outlets
people.
and locking doors. But the
Electrical and locking doors. Pay attention here, people. It's tents. Can't lock doors and tents. You understand that? Pay attention here.
that sits on once a naval air station is prone to flooding, and some city officials have raised concerns about the fire hazards posed by the crab living quarters.
They don't care because what? It is destruction. Those migrants gonna face destruction right here in Babylon. You have to get it. I'm not just talking. You see in Greece where they claim that a fire basically burned some of them peoples that was migrants. Them migrants running from somewhere because they claim time is hard and cost of living is hard. So they run to there and they got burned. Pay attention. I already told you. This is destruction. All the people misplaced. Yeah, they're going to end up in a dire situation. Remember I tell you.
The nearest fire hydrant is 3,000 feet away.
Of course, 3,000 is a coding. That's not a coincidence. It's just coding. Listen.
There was a major fire at that location.
They all
There
be
wouldn't
burned.
be enough water for the fire department to quickly put that fire out.
Yes, and I just remember about them burning them in Greece. Yes, the same thing they mentioned right there. You have to pay attention. Again.
New York City officials have denied those claims as they try to make space for what they estimate is just under 70,000 migrants.
70,000 people. Pay attention. The same amount that they claim coming. Oh, I guess they say 7,000. This is 70,000. Pay attention here,
New York shelter system.
Look.
In terms of the fire safety issues, these are not fire traps and these are not death traps.
Oh,
Every
really?
single space has issues that we need to address and mitigate, and we work very, very
It's
closely.
not a death trap. You believe it's not? It is, people. Anywhere you see them set up, these people gonna be prone for some kind of destruction. Remember, it's getting cold. Listen.
with all of our agency partners to mitigate those things. And we're doing that with the fire department.
In Chicago, as the cold winter months approach, city officials are building a tent city with winterized tents in Brighton Park and have plans for another in this vacant lot on the south side.
You see that, people? More tents. You have to understand that's all they're gonna do. Put them up in tents. They show you these buildings, they're not gonna put them in there. You have to remember that they're not gonna house them in no kind of building. They're gonna make makeshift prisons they call tents. Listen.
Chicago's winter are brutal. Putting migrants in the tent in such conditions is nothing
Never.
short of inhumane.
The Brighton Park facility drawing backlash from Chicago residents at a heated community meeting last week.
What does housing look like for our
Dividing
own
the people.
residents
Yes.
who are houselessness?
Yes. What I tell you, people, this was gonna come up. What about the peoples who already here? Who is organizing these migrants to come here to America, people? Who is doing it? What is they hearing? What kind of buzz is going on in their city where they hear this is the way to go? It's foolishness, people. You're gonna end up in destruction for
Need
these people.
affordable housing, our seniors, those resources that asylum seekers are getting in one place. Our residents have to go multiple places for.
And in Massachusetts, officials announcing a wait list for arriving migrants after the state reaches its fast approaching shelter system capacity of 7,500 people. Massachusetts.
And remember, people, they're gonna do this in every single state, every city in America. They're gonna tell you the immigrants are the migrants, yes, overwhelming the city and putting a strain on it. And therefore, the strain gonna end up on you, the damn people. I already told you it's a plan. 100%
Governor
plan.
Healy also announcing a work authorization clinic for migrants
Listen.
in those emergency shelters.
What kind of work you gonna give these migrants? They have no paperwork. What kind of work you gonna give to them? It's stupid shit, people. Like I said, Babylon is done. That's why they're doing all of this right here. And that's what they're gonna blame the crash on. Remember that shit.
month.
There's so many steps that they can review to make sure that the applications won't be denied or rejected for things that can be fixed on site.
Cities push past capacity with more migrants.
Look, people,
Cities
these are
push past.
migrants. Look what the bags that they carry from all the far place they come from, all the way to America with a plastic bag. You believe it, people? The world is a stage, but like I say, it's for the destruction right here.
capacity, with more migrants appearing to be on the way.
They're on the way. They're appearing
And
to be on the
Guadavegas
way.
joins us now from our bureau in Miami. Guad, I understand there's an update on the southern border as well, that razor wire barrier that Texas put in the water to stop migrants from crossing the Rio Grande.
It's bullshit.
Aaron, there is, and everything that
bullshit.
happens in Texas affects the rest of the country when it comes to the migrants, because most of them arrive through Texas. So we know that with the border barrier in the water, the buoys judge is overlooking that.
Look at this right here, people. Supposedly be metal fencing, razor wire. Watch the people in it, moving it with their bare hands. Look at this shit right here, people. Like I say, it is bullshit for the masses. 100% in.
Is overlooking that decision, whether Texas will be able to keep those in the water or remove them. But there's also a decision that has been made with the other lawsuit. Texas sued the federal government after Border Patrol agents were cutting the razor wire fence that's been installed in the border as well. But even though the judge has ordered, the decision was that the judge ordered Border Patrol agents to stop cutting the fence, there is an exception where they can cut it if a migrant is in a medical emergency or under medical distress.
All bullshit for the masses, and they set it up just like that, people, where you have all these supposedly different laws and different things kicking in, all by design. Like I tell you, people, it's heading to destruction. Pay attention.
Keep up with the influx of asylum seekers, the city's opened a tent shelter at Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn, exclusively for families with
Look at this right here, people. This is more like prison beds right here, people. What is this? You think that's a bed? Unbelievable dumb shit. So you leave your home to come live here? Those are not beds. No mattress. Just a piece of cloth they stiffen out right there. A piece of, material they stiffen out right there and you lay on it. What you think, people? Wow, unbelievable dumb shit. If you feel like America was gonna be, this good place, they're gonna put you up in what, hotel or buy you a home? Why did you leave your home to come here? You fuck right now. Pay attention.
But some local leaders say that they have serious safety concerns with the new site. CBS 2's Natalie Duddridge took a tour of the facility.
This is a look inside one of 7 massive climate-controlled tents set up on the
Climate-controlled tent? Unbelievable. I guess you won't feel the climate if you're in there. Listen.
runway of a former naval air station. The first 500 migrant families with children are expected to move in this week. Step 1, they'll check in at the arrival center and undergo a health screening.
Listen, they undergo a supposed health screening. Listen to this right here, people. Pay attention again.
COVID, varicella, active tuberculosis. We screen for depression. We address urgent healthcare needs.
They screen for depression. Unbelievable. Like I say, people, you're now checking into an institution right there. You see the beds and everything. You see where you're going to be in with the arrows pointing on the ground. That's an institution. Yes, so you leave your home for whatever reason, your country. You're talking about fighting going on. You're talking about people beating you. You're talking about all this dumb shit. Yes, but look where you're going to end up, in a so-called prison right there in America. What you think they're going to feed you? Listen.
We offer to vaccinate you and your family.
Next, there are
What? You hear what they got for your ass right there? Yes, they have to make sure they vaccinate you. You believe that? Of course they wasn't going to let you get away with that shit. Any chance they get to shut you up, they're going to take it.
Needs, and then we offer to vaccinate you and your family.
Next, they're assigned
Offer to vaccinate you and your family, but pay attention. What is that for walls, people? Unbelievable. This is a makeshift prison. That's where they're going to house the immigrants, the ones that running from their country to come to Babylon.
room in the dormitory tent where there are cots for children.
Look how close is the bed, people. Look how close the bed is. And the only thing in there is a bed and a damn plug right there. What do you think? Unbelievable. And don't be thinking you can come and go as you have a like. That's not how it goes in here. Everything runs by rules and regulation. It's a prison.
And adults and cribs for babies. Each room has a lock.
Broken up into pods.
Each room got a lock. So this is a room right here. Wow, unbelievable. I guess they put the masses in pads to live right there. Pay attention.
Has a lock.
Broken up into pods for families of sizes up
to 6.
There's a cafeteria with food available 24/7.
Yes, cafeteria with food available 24/7. What kind of food they're gonna feed you? Unbelievable.
Restroom trailers.
Families have to walk outdoors to get here to the bathroom facilities. Officials tell us there is one shower for every 15 people.
Wow, one shower for every 15 people. That's a prison. You understand? With one cell block, with 15 people in there, one shower. Do you get it? And pay attention. Let's go back. So yes, you have to walk on the outside area to get to the bathroom. Do you understand how cold New York gonna be in the winter? Unbelievable dumb shit, people. So you have to wake up in the night to go pee. You have to walk all the way to go over to these right here. Unbelievable. Pay
Tell
attention.
us there is one shower for every 15 people.
Authorities say security will patrol the site around the clock, but some local leaders say they've got major safety concerns.
It's prison, people. It's prison. Why is security gonna walk around the whole time? Because it is a prison. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Makeshift prisons right here. They're gonna house those people right there until they decide what they're gonna do with them. Pay attention.
Fires and flooding.
The nearest fire hydrant to this
Yes, here we go
facility
again.
that will house 500 families at a
500
minimum
families.
is 3,000 feet away.
The Commissioner of Emergency Management says the fire department gave them a list of issues they're working to fix.
And take a look at this right here, people. This is where they're gonna sit and eat. I guess this is a cafeteria right there. What is this? Like I said, they don't have nowhere else but to just lay down and sleep and somewhere to eat. That's it. Wow.
Migrant crisis in New York City. More than 136,000 immigrants have arrived here since spring of 2022. The newest shelter is at Floyd Bennett Field in Brooklyn. The city is also now offering free one-way airfare for migrants who are willing to leave New York City and begin a new life in a different part of the country.
So you hear that, people? These migrants, some of them don't have no family here. They don't know nobody in America for the most part. Don't tell me all of them have peoples here. So yes, you're going to give them a one-way ticket free of cost to get out of New York. Once they get out of New York, it's good. You better understand, like I tell you, people, it's going to cause more problems on the peoples who already live here. You understand that? Yes, you're going to have more crooks. You're going to have more robberies, more killings. All of them things going to break out. You have to remember, I tell you, it's going to be more crime in your city. We already break it down and show you that crime is step up tenfold all over America. Yes, these things going to have a big impact on the destruction of Babylon.
News reporter NJ Burkett is live on the Lower East Side with the story. NJ.
Yeah, that's right, Liz, and that is one tactic that the mayor says is working. One-way tickets out of town. He says that more than half the migrants who have come into the city have now moved out of the shelter system.
I'm going to ask you a question. How did they get there to begin with? You take them out there in big buses, even supposedly planes and everything to get them to New York. And now when they're there, you're giving them a one-way ticket to leave. What a dumb shit for the masses.
Which would be progress, but the buses keep on coming.
They keep coming with more.
In a single week this month.
Watch this, people. These people leave their home from wherever country they come from and they only have a plastic bag. They even have a baby and they only have a plastic bag. Remember, they're just coming off the bus right there. Where is their stuff? Where is their luggage? You have a baby. Unbelievable.
1,000 migrants rolled into Manhattan. A rising tide of humanity that is sending the Adams administration
23 on the hat, coding, all of them already have on the gear, clean as ever.
Into retreat. Mayor Adams admitted today he's unable to hold it back.
When it comes down to the migrant asylum seekers, I cannot elevate the point enough that everything is on the table.
For months, the administration has struggled to find emergency housing and the money to pay for it. More recently, imposing 30 and 60-day limits. The
30 and 60-day limit. 360s again on the masses. All the coding in the world show up in this again.
Determined to avoid scenes like these in other cities.
Look at this.
With migrant tent cities on the streets and in the public parks.
There you go, people. Migrant tents. You see that? It's the same thing the homeless people put up in America. What you think, people? the homeless just gonna go up in record numbers right here.
Floyd
That's
scenes
all.
like these in other cities, with migrant tent cities on the streets and in the public parks.
There you go.
Today he admitted that could soon be the reality here in New York for single male migrants as the city is forced to move the goalposts.
There you go.
No
people.
child and no family will sleep on the streets. That is my
Yes.
really my number one goal of preventing that from happening.
Yes, and they have because they already have the makeshift prison. You understand? They don't want these migrant people on the street now. No, they don't. They want to have them in a controlled environment 100%, and later on they tell you that place burn or something that kill off those migrants, because they're gonna die in destruction here in Babylon. Bam.
The snow and cold temperatures are creating new challenges for migrants in Chicago. Volunteers are asking people to donate and help these newcomers survive the winter. CBS 2's Andrew
See
Ramos
that?
reports from a Southside police station.
Yes, some of them never basically experience this kind of cold. They never see this kind of weather in their country. Now you come here and homeless, don't have a shelter over your head or nothing. What do you think, people? Is it a better situation for these migrants and they still coming in record numbers? Listen.
Now, as many as 30 asylum seekers, some of them
30.
children, spent the night outdoors here at
Hear that?
Police District 7, relying heavily on tents, sleeping bags, and layers. Now, as temperatures continue to drop, volunteers here and citywide are now sounding the alarm. Asylum seekers staying at District 7 got their first taste of a Chicago winter Tuesday as temperatures dipped
Look at
down
this.
to the low 30s. By mid-morning, we even saw waves of flurries, the first snowfall of the season.
Here you
A
go,
sight
people.
some of these families, mostly from Venezuela, have never seen nor are equipped to handle.
We
There you
are
go.
showing up at the station. We are the ones that hear about the little girl like this morning, 3 years old, who has a fever.
Adapting
3
to the
years
change
old,
in
cold
weather,
in.
the latest obstacle for migrants.
Wow, unbelievable, people. You got on a MTV clothing. I guess they give it that shit to them on charity. All world stage people. Like I say, this is a big destruction crisis they're bringing to the masses. All of these migrants, yeah, they're gonna end up in shambles in America. This can't hold off no cold right here. Let me tell you that. And just in case you don't get it, people, yes, it is these times where everybody gonna be running from their countries to basically end up in Babylon. What gonna happen? Big destruction. Yes, another mag, bam. I'm on the run.